Good morning, friends. Welcome back to another day of trying to make a garden oasis. Today, it is Sunday, and the next day from yesterday's video. But we are going to, he's making another chute. He's been out here already long before I have. But he's making another chute, so when he dumps the dirt in, that it won't go everywhere. Like we've been having a lot of trouble with the dirt shooting out of the boxes and going everywhere. But we're going to try to do that. We're going to try to make some gutters today and just do a little odd and stuff. I really don't know what we're going to do because when my husband's home, he calls the shots on what we're going to do while he's here. So just stick around and enjoy. Here my husband is making the chute. As you can see, it's got two sides that's got metal on it. When he dumps the blade of his tractor down in it that's full of dirt, it helps keep the dirt from going off on each side of the beds. It's a brilliant idea if you ask me. I need to finish putting those down, don't I?
On that shelf right there when you walk in on the left, if they ain't know it's been over there.
Well, no, if I'm with me for that day. So we use this one day.
Can we take that in back?
Hey, come on, baby.
Sorry.
Stella, she was your girl. You know, I took off. You know,
Good job this morning. Super stupid. Let's go water the chickens.
let's go.
I'm so happy we got chickens. We already got an egg this morning.
First one.
I woke up this morning and found an egg laying on my countertop. Ain't that just special?
There's a
Here
rooster.
they go.
There's a rooster. There's a rooster.
Hi, Chicky Poos. You all need some water and some food, huh?
And if
Good morning.
it's here for
Good
me.
morning. Yeah. Okay, let's
Where do I get chicken feed?
another bill. You can tell here how good of a cameraman my son is. I kept telling him to show the camera how we feed and water our chickens, but it wasn't working out too good. I think he was more interested in looking at the neighborhood than he was worried about feeding or watering the chickens. Wesley is going to go get the feed for him. This is my husband's feed building, so. Right in here is the feed. Right here, you gotta put it in this or put that in there. Okay, that's a little bit. We'll come back up later and check on you again.
Then we'll have more egg coming.
There we go, Chicky Poos. Put that back in the building. You've got food and we'll get you a lot fixed before long. I love you, big rooster, Charlie's had said. We got a name for Chicky Poos. Okay, back to work.
You probably see it. There's that one here. Chloe has a diamond. She has a diamond on her wing.
Uh-huh. We got a mess out here to clean up, my friends, and I have to say I'm not looking forward to it. Seems like everything we do, we do twice. Don't it? Here we had some wood that was left over from cutting and everything. We was just going to help everybody pick it up and put it in the back of the four-wheeler so we could haul it off and get rid of it.
Pick it up, baby.
I'll be back.
Yeah, we can leave it laying on top of it until we get the next bed built. Just picking it up so we can get around.
You can't come out yet, baby. I don't know why, do you?
Yeah, I'm gonna move side to side. She's got time down there.
He won't run over top of you. You got hair with details. This is why. Something makes you this back together. That's to a certain point, ain't we? Now it's time to place another bed and get it filled. So we have to pull some of the black landscape fabric over and put it back in place and try to get a little bit of it cleaned up.
I think right before this point here is where I decided that it would be a lot easier to sweep up some of the dirt rather than trying to shovel it and clean it up with the shovel. And I think my son had already brought the broom out, so I was getting ready to probably start sweeping from here. You can hear my daughter's awfully excited because some of her herbs has started to come up, and it just tickled me to death that she got so excited. And they stayed and helped us all day, and you'll see every one of us has a chore. It makes it so much fun whenever they all come over, and we all just work together.
She tells me
Here you see them placing the chute that my husband made. He had got a garden bed finished, and him and my daughter was placing the chute. So whenever the dirt goes down in it, it don't go out the sides of it, and helps hold down a mess a little bit so we don't have to sweep it up as bad. It still goes out, but it's not as bad as it was before. Now you'll see Cassie taking off the supports on the sides that he uses. Before he puts the metal on there, he has 2 support sides to hold it up. And then when the metal goes on there, the metal becomes a support for the beds. We had a seam that wasn't all the way together, so I went and grabbed the landscape material and cut off a piece of it to cover up the seam here, because we don't want no growth in it whatsoever if we can keep it from it. Here you're going to get to see exactly how the chutes work in action. And my husband's getting ready to pour a load of dirt in, and you'll see how it works right here. This part right here was the most exciting for me because I've been wanting to cover up this area behind this heating and cooling system. It had been driving me crazy. And you can see I built a rock wall around it. If you go back and catch my latest video, you can see where I was building on it. But my husband went to a neighbor's house and got some of the richest dirt that he could find and put it in here for us. And we will soon see some beautiful flowers coming up in this area. I think my granddaughter Kinley is as excited about this flower bed as I am. She never stopped. I mean, she helped me from pulling. She did most of the dirt moving. She moved most of the dirt over to the sides by herself. And then she stayed and helped me do the landscape fabric on the top and everything. And when she gets back from running this evening, I think she's going to help me plant the flowers. Or the bulbs, per se. Even little Canton's getting in on the action here. He's shoveling dirt for us. You probably can't tell it here, but as the tractor is coming around, we notice that Canton's driving the tractor. He's doing a pretty good job for a little feller. You'll see right here Ed stopping and getting Canton out of the driver's seat, and he's getting in because Canton can't empty the bucket. He probably can, but we didn't trust him enough at this point. You can see right here, there's a pretty good lot of garbage and stuff in the soil. Of course, that's what makes it rich usually, and it's untelling how many years this stuff is set under this soil in this condition. So we didn't mind cleaning it up. We was just happy to get the rich earth. I think this is the point where Cassie asked Ed, could she go ahead and use the potting soil that we had bought to fill up the beds that was already filled up far enough with our soil. And she's over there picking up the soil, and there's a lot of slugs on them, and that's what she's hollering about. She can't stand the slugs. Kinley's over there shoveling away, bless her heart. She's working like a little dog, and it is so hot out here right now. We are all just roasting. There's no shade back here in the back. Watch Cassie pick this bag up and throw it over her shoulders like it's 2 pounds. Me and Ed are getting ready to move some stuff out so we can put in some more flower beds. And here we're having to move the frames of them over to a different area. Thanks to Cassie here for filling up all the flower beds, helping carry it all, the dirt over and everything. Don't think we could have made it without them today. Here is Kinley, still at it on the flower garden. She never quits. At this point, I think my son and daughter-in-law all arrived, and we was getting ready to have a cookout, so I took a break and I went in and played with my grandson, and we all just more or less fiddled around a little bit, and then we all had our cookout and washed up, and we didn't come out again until after they left. Yep, there is my son. He joined us for a little bit out there. He works way out of town, so whenever we get a chance to see him, enjoy their company, we take it.
Get back here, stick it back towards me, and pull it back this way. Yeah, you're going right down here.
Here he is sitting down, just watching us work. He thinks we're all crazy because we try to do so much. But that's where he gets his work ethic, is from us. He's a worker. He takes care of his family, and he works out of town and has been out of town working for years. Here he's helping to install the gutter that my daughter wanted to put up to plant strawberry plants in. Well, actually, I think it was my husband's idea, but she got excited whenever she heard that he's going to do that. We're going to try to put up more gutters with stuff in them like this, but we're just waiting to get the gutters. Here's my daughter Cassie trying to get one more bag of dirt into the flower bed before we all go in and eat. She just never knows when to quit. Here's my grandson Caleb. He decided to come over and help Kinley a little bit with the moving of the dirt into the flower bed. Me and my son look awful lazy standing up there talking while they're out there working, but I don't get to see him very much, and I was enjoying my time with him. This is after my son and daughter-in-law left. We went back out and hit it again. And my daughter had asked me to paint this gutter for her so she could go ahead and plant the strawberries in it. She's really anxious about getting some strawberries planted. While I was waiting on the paint to dry so I could go ahead and apply the second coat for her, my husband is putting together another flower bed so we can get it filled. I think right here is where we realized that one of the hens were out. Somebody had left the door open on the chicken coop, and we realized she was out, and we went to try to get her. And boy, let me tell you, that chicken, she went down over the hill, and she got in a briar patch. And we didn't get her at that point, but later on, we called her, and we had a hard time of catching that poor old hen. She was scared because the place is new to her, and she just wasn't used to us. But the hen business is over now, and it's time to get back to work. I think here is where I'm getting ready to lay the landscape fabric in the flower bed area. First things first, though, we got to get the dirt that went down behind the rocks up against the heating and cooling unit. And I realized that the flower bed needs a little bit more leveling, so I'm trying to get that done before I actually start laying the fabric down. I also realized that I needed a few more rocks here to help keep the dirt in. I don't think I had the rocks up high enough. And of course, there was Kinley right there helping me. And here is Cassie's husband, Adam. He made it home from work. The poor fella pulled double shifts yesterday and last night, and he is still out here helping us work. Here, I brought everybody out a bottle of water. It was so hot that today we were just soaking wet with sweat, and we were really, really exhausted at this point in time. Okay, friends, it still is a mess. It still looks like we haven't done anything, but we did do good today. And I can start to see the light at the end of the tunnel now. As you can see, he's got most of or a lot more of the garden beds. These right here, this one right here still needs to be brushed down, but they're topped off with the best soil because we just used the filler to go in the bottom, like this right here. And it just came off our hillside here. But he used some of the best soils in this, top soils that we got. And I sweep all this off and refasten this down and add patches wherever I needed to, like there's a patch. And then we'll probably have to patch this down here. But everything's a mess, and I just don't know what to do about it till I get it clean, till we get it done. We can't get it, can't do anything with it until we get finished. But there's our bed so far, and then the little
Argulas are coming up right there in her little spices. And I don't see none of these coming up yet, but we still got time. We put up another gutter over here on this end. And she planted strawberry plants in there. I painted it, and we planted strawberry plants in it. And then me and Ed went and got us dirt at a neighbor's house, some real rich dirt. And their stuff had come out of the rich dirt, but hey, we're thankful to get it, so we don't mind cleaning up a little bit after. But we got all the dirt in there, and then we put an extra layer of the landscape fabric over it. She's going walking when she gets back. Me and her are thinking about coming out here and planting our flowers in it. And we did take a break and go in earlier because my son that works away, him and his wife and family came up and we had a cookout. And we ate and just enjoyed their company for a while. And so back here we are again. And I'm going to show you my flowers that I bought here in just a second. This is a bench that's out on my porch, guys. And this right here is gladiolus. There's 12 different plants in here. They're bulbs. And I bought bulbs because I didn't want to buy plants and pay $7.98 for one plant when you get 12 bulbs in a thing for $7.98. And then there was just, I thought a touch of white would be pretty. I may not put this in the garden right there, but I'll put it somewhere. I got daylilies. And these are lilies. They're different variety of them. And then I love these. It says Liatris. I hope that's how you say it. And then here's more gladiolus. And I think each one of them has got 12 plants or 10 plants. That one's got 7. This one's got 10. And this one's got 2. Well, and then that one's got 12 plants. So we're going to plant them from the back of the bed over this way and then down the highest to the lowest in growing high. So that's it, guys. I appreciate everybody watching this evening, this whole day. And tune back in. We'll be coming back on again. Bye-bye. Let's plant some flowers. Or bulbs.
Friends, Kinley was supposed to help me here, but after her working all day and then her run, she was just a little bit too tired. She wanted to go in and take a bath. Plus, she's got school in the morning, so I understood. I was using the kitchen knife here to cut the fabric so I could actually take the little mattock thing and dig the holes in the earth. It seemed like such a waste to me to put all this fabric down and then have to cut holes into it.
I think I might want to put one right here. These are all what I've got left. And I couldn't plant them because I get bigger, so I couldn't put none of them over here. But I'm going to have to find some more to go around these borders. See, like right through here, around the edges. But But I didn't want to put no bigger ones in there because I was afraid that I'd overcrowd it. But I am finally going back in to rest. I'm going to get me a shower and probably edit this video. Thank you all for watching. This is the end of the day. Bye-bye.